people were slaughtered and killed for no reason. And how many of you realize that after a while, life begins to get frustrated when you seem to be privileged and blessed and your brothers seem to suffer? How many of you know it begins to be upsetting to you? Because you know, I'm blessed and I got a nice car and I got a nice home and I got money, praise God, but I see my people suffering. And when I look and read the record, they've always been suffering. And why? So that you could prosper. Yes. And then talk about them. Oh my God. Moses, praise God, realized that he was of the people of nowadays you would call them. Some of you heard a movie called The Untouchables. Some of you heard that? Some of you would think about The Untouchables, you think about a man called Elliot Ness. Old private detective. But how many of you know that there is an untouchable today that you don't know nothing about? Because you think about Elliot Ness and the Untouchables. But if you want to think, praise God, about the Untouchables, you would think about the people in India who are called the Untouchables. And the reason that they're called the Untouchables because it is not good for people to put their hands on them to touch them. My God. And those people, praise God, when you see them in India, they're black. And they're designated to do the servitude jobs to this day. And many of them, all their jobs is to work in the garbage and work in the death and the burial of people. That's all they're relegated to do. They can't go no higher than working and burying the dead and going in the garbage. I'm talking about that. Some of them live out there. And that's how they have to eke out their living to this modern day. And they're called the Untouchables. In a caste system of over 1 billion people in this country we call India with all this technology. But you don't know nothing about that. You just know about your little suffering you go through in America. You can identify with that, but you don't realize that there are people all over this world that are suffering, that are put into systems that they have to serve. But God has not forgotten about them, neither has he forgotten about you. Because God sends a deliverer, praise God. And he says the word for the ruling classes is that let my people go. Now some of you say, well, I'm free. Really? You so free you can't get no further than your mind. And your mind, praise God, is not even free. Some things you don't have clarity on because you don't have understanding of the depths. But Moses, praise God, understood many things, but Moses got so frustrated. He took it in his own hands and he went out and killed the man. Now think about this. You know how we have Donald Trump in the White House, right? He said before he even became the president that if he stood in the middle of Manhattan and took a gun and killed somebody, he said he wouldn't go to jail. Some of you don't believe it, but Donald Trump believed it. Why would Donald Trump say such a thing? Do you believe that he could have enough money, praise God, that if he went in Manhattan, killed somebody, and he would go to court and probably say he was insane? Because only an insane man would do that. Not only an insane man would say he would do it, didn't do it, so Donald Trump got to be crazy. So go back to the law and say because he's crazy, we can't convict him of murder. Do you hear me? Walking into an institution and give him 6 months and say he's okay and we can let him out because he has billions of dollars. Talk to me now. A system we live in where people can abuse the law, misuse the law, and use it for their whatever they want to do. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is a system. And what is it based on? It's based on money and power and politics. But if Moses knew that system. And one thing he knew, this is why he didn't run. He was the son of Pharaoh. He didn't have to run.